Hello and welcome back to the I Am Woman podcast. I am your lovely host, Taylor A. Williams, and I have a special guest here today by the name of SupaStarC. Hello.
What's up, guys?
Yes.
How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Amazing. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel blessed.
Good.
Gotta take a deep breath because, sometimes you just gotta pray before you do things. So, I just like to ask God to take over this moment for me and, speak for me. Because at the end of the day, I'm just here to be a vessel. So,
Amen. Are we all?
what it's about. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely.
So we're going to get into, what all encompasses SupaStarC. But before I do, I did want to introduce you to my audience. So Candace SupaStarC Wakefield is a 5-time Grammy Award-winning vocalist, born and raised in Inglewood, California. Music industry executives describe her as an angelic voice with vibrations that you can literally feel in your soul, even after the singing ends. The message is equally as impactful, with uplifting lyrics that inspires dreamers to never give up. As an artist, Candace exudes a keen individuality that changes the energy around her, making people smile and feel good. Emphasis on that because I've been smiling and feeling good ever since you walked in the door.
Let's go.
Yes.
That's what it's about, man. No matter how I'm feeling inside, I'll be like, that's crazy. I'm still smiling. I'm still able to have the spirit of gratitude and gratefulness. So I thank God for that.
Yeah.
It's rough, you know what I'm saying?
It is.
But
especially during these times.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here. I appreciate you. We finally got through.
I know, of course. Look, it all came into play and happened when it was supposed to happen.
Absolutely. For sure.
Yeah.
Timing is everything.
Yes, of course. So you ready to hop right in?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. So you've worked with some of the biggest names in music, won 5 Grammys, built an incredible career, but let's kind of take it back. So when was the first moment you had that I made it moment?
Ooh, I made it. Okay. So I grew up in church. You know what I'm saying? All I knew was gospel music growing up. I was very sheltered growing up. So I wasn't allowed to listen to secular music. I wasn't allowed to play cards. I wasn't allowed to have my ears pierced, anything, So growing up in church, there were a lot of musicians who played for secular artists. You know what I'm saying? And I was a gospel artist myself. And my musical friend, Marcus Hodge. Shout out to Marcus Hodge. I always show him love. Thank you, Marcus. I love you. Because he gave me my start in the industry. He's like, hey, have you ever, thought about singing like background for artists? And I'm like, no. He was like, I think you'd be dope. I got a gig for you. You want to sing you want some work? And I'm like, sure. So like he hires me and I get to rehearsal and it's Omarion and Marcus. He snap. You know what I'm saying? It's
Off rip.
I'm just like, whoa.
Wow.
And then I ended up singing for Mariana Marcus Houston for 4 years. And I ended up singing, they threw Mila J in there, the YS. I ended up working with her a few times as well through the years and working with Christos and all of them. So I thought that was like I made it moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As I'm like, I just got this, I didn't have the audition. You know what I'm saying? I was just based off of my pure talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This man, this friend of mine, this musical director of mine, giving me an opportunity, to work with some stars and people that I really, revere in this industry. So shout out to Marcus Hodge. That was one of my very first I made it, moments.
I love that he saw the stardom in you and then gave you the opportunity. Yeah.
So
We love those people that see, the gifts in us and then
that's what we
connect us to.
Not the gatekeepers.
Oh,
say
that again.
So many
Say that again, especially here in Hollywood.
I'm telling you, because everybody, I get it, but I don't get it. Because it's like everybody's, chasing the same connection, network, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody comes here for that. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like you really do need people.
Community.
You need community.
Yeah.
You need people to get to where you're going.
Absolutely.
So it's like, don't gatekeep. Like, you never know. That person can get you where you going while they're about to surpass you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I think it's just a matter of discerning what person gets what. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I feel you. Yeah. Okay, so your voice has been described as angelic, as I said before, and something people can feel in their soul. What does your voice mean to you, and how has it shaped your journey?
Wow. What does my voice mean to me? Ooh,
Mm.
healing.
Ooh. Mm.
And I get emotional because I know that God has gifted me. And a lot of times we fight against those gifts, and I've always had a gift of singing, and I was always told and prophesied to as a younger girl that my voice has healing in it. My hands have healing in it. Just sing your voice and your hands have healing. And I'm just like, what does that even mean? You don't really understand that until you experience what people say about your gift to you. And what people have said about my gift to me is it brings them healing. And it also brings me healing because the songs God gives me to sing. So I'm like, wow,
Wow.
my voice is healing. It's healing.
I love that.
And I reverence God for that all the time because I go through so much darkness, like mentally and emotionally dealing with grieving and so many different things. And then God gives me these beautiful songs to encourage me. And I'm listening to my lyrics like, dang, God, you wrote that because you totally just encouraged me through them lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
He's speaking through you.
speaking through me,
Yeah.
and then I am able to now, give that to everybody else. So yeah, it's healing.
He's using you as a vessel, as you stated before. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that because music as a whole is already, it has healing to it, but knowing that your voice, and if somebody just hears that and it's automatically just giving them a sense of peace, it's
Absolutely.
everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love that. Okay, so let's hop into the music industry of things. So the music industry has changed a lot with social media and streaming. What are the must-know strategies for women trying to break in today and get recognized?
Woo! That's a tough question because there's so much. I don't like to use the word competition because I'm not in competition with anyone, but there are other people who are in competition with you. You know what I'm saying? So when you become one of those people that are chasing the same dream as all these other people, what makes you stand out?
Right.
What makes you special? You have to know that about yourself and implement that in your artistry to even catch people's eyes. You have to know that we got ADD. We looking at stuff for 5 seconds and then we scroll. So what about you is going to capture an audience
Within the first
that
7
first
seconds.
second of looking at you that's going to make them want to keep searching and keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is very important in this industry to know who you are, be authentic. Being like somebody else is not going to attract people to you because we already got that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't want replicas. People are already having identity crisis.
They are.
So when they see people being themselves, it unlocks something in their minds to make them feel like, well, damn, who I actually really am is more special than who I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
So maybe I should revert back to being myself.
Yeah.
And that can get me a little bit further.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that would be my advice, just like really just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Hone in on who you are.
Exactly.
And see what you got out there, of course. We have to pay attention to it all, you know what I'm saying? But you're not replicating any of those things. What would make you stand out in all of the, gimmicks and things that we already have going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be your voice, whether it be your look, whether it be your brand, whatever it is that you're tying into yourself, make it something that stands out and catches the eye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like if you're just standing in who you are and being authentic, you're unconsciously giving other people permission to do
Absolutely.
the exact same.
And that's inspiration.
Yeah.
For sure.
Love that. Be yourself.
Yourself.
So branding is everything now. How can women in music stand out and stay authentic when social media is pushing that certain image?
That's the thing. Everybody don't have that. Like I don't want to say any names, but there's certain people in this industry where you can tell that it's authentic. Like the whole sexy thing, the stay simple, and they want everybody to not have on clothes and look this way and that way.
BBL.
Certain people it just don't look right on. It don't feel authentic.
I can name a few.
And now everybody is talking about you and how fake it looks or how unauthentic it looks. So that's not. Maybe they say whatever is good.
The press is good, or
right. So yes, good or bad, but no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because then that draws a lot of insecurity to that actual person, that artist. You never know what that artist is dealing with from all those negative comments and stuff like that. But like it's just like for me, I wear hats. I build my hats. I wanted to stand out. my character. You know what I'm saying? Who are you as a person? You know what I'm saying? Your energy. Are you drawing people in or are you pushing people away? You know what I'm saying? Those are very two strong things that we need in this industry, you know what I'm saying? Is good energy, good character. That's why I say it'll get you further. You know what I'm saying? Than your gift ever will, because people are drawn to you. They want to work with you. That'll make you stand out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I think when some of the artists get the money and they see the glam, they're like, oh, well, I finally get to get my teeth done, which you should.
which is fine.
You should get your teeth done now. That's the first thing you should do. You don't need a BBL first.
I'm saying.
But I think they push like, oh, you need to look this way because this is trending, or
yeah, but they're only doing that because of they're trying to follow a pattern.
Yeah.
But when they see it don't work for you, then what? You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to bring something else to the table because they're looking for the next big thing. Because as soon as that's over, now they're about to tell you to do what the next thing is. So it's like, y'all don't know either. Y'all just telling me to do what you see. But you know, they don't know. This is literally what this industry is. They just tell you to do what they see and what's working for this artist. Oh, well, let me have all our artists do this. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're bringing your authenticity to the table and something and they're looking at analytics, they're looking at numbers. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. They don't care about your talent a lot of times. Yeah. They want to look at how many followers you have. Have you gone viral? They're making artists go viral now. You know what I'm saying? So if you really want to be in this industry, you have to pay attention to the things that the label wants so that you can deliver that. But if you want to be an independent artist,
Right.
you don't have to focus on any of that noise or doing what the labels are telling you to do or what you see as popular. Stick to who you are. And your audience will come because there's a lot of people that want to be themselves. Yeah. And they looking for people who are authentic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you could be that one.
Come on, A&R.
Consistency. Come on. Consistency is key at the end of the day.
No, it is.
Sit down there. Who you are. Stick to it. Don't everybody do it. Change you. Don't take that pressure on.
Yeah.
Let that off. Take that off.
So speaking of which, so your quote, your character will get you further than your gift ever will. It resonates with me. And with that, relationships are everything. So what's your advice for anybody who doesn't have industry connections or wants to start building their network?
Simple. Go out. You got to be seen in those places.
What if they're like introverts?
You got to not be, because I used to be that. And I still am. Honestly, I go out, I have anxiety. I have so many different emotions that I go through before I go out, and I have to pray and I have to center myself before I like go around people because I know what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I explained the whole energy thing. I know I'm open and I'm willing to give it.
Yeah.
I have to. It spews from me. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I need to be prepared for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your energy, you know what I'm saying, is everything. It'll get you further than your gift ever will. You know what I'm saying? You have to know who you are at the end of the day, and you have to go out and build, open up, build. If you start doing it online, maybe reach out to people online that are in the same, industry. Don't be afraid to DM people. Yeah, you can respond. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to go out and physically make those connections, you have to find a way through your social media.
Yeah.
That's everybody. That's our platform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Through your social media, through email connections, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Go live. You know what I'm saying? Presentable. And how can you make it if people don't see you or know who you are? You know what I'm saying? So the only way you're going to make those networks is by connecting. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get out there and, network. Go to different events that you might be interested in, like networking events and mixers, right? And become a part of some Grammy U programs if you're in school. You know what I'm saying? There's different programs that are for us industry folk, you know what I'm saying, to be able to connect and network with different, people. You know what I'm saying? So
I say, just putting yourself out there, taking that risk.
You got to
everything.
take the risk.
Like I risked it when I moved here. You gotta go to
it's right if you came out here to make it.
What kind of shit? Because what you gonna do? Turn around and then tell your family like, oh, I tried, but
You tried.
not still. Exactly.
Out there.
Okay, let them know. Okay, so let's talk about the manyan. So many artists struggle with getting paid fairly. So what are some key ways women in music or just people in general can protect their bag and make sure they're not being undervalued?
My Lord, that is something that I currently still deal with today, in this industry. Not even with being a woman, but just in general, you know, there are levels, you know what I'm saying, in this industry to getting paid and being respected, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have placement, you don't have this, you know, they come in expecting you to do a lot for free, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times when you say no in this industry, then you're cutting yourself off from certain connections or because people's expectancy or entitlement.
Key word.
Because I'm realizing a lot of people out here are entitled. And I don't know why. What they got to do with me? They got nothing to do with me what your accolades are, okay? Because I got my own too, and I ain't throwing them at you. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for some sort of respect when it comes to making money for my services. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that there is a time for showing up and showing what you're capable of before you go charging and doing all this other stuff.
Right.
Nobody knows who you are yet.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So there's a time for that. But there's also a time to now know when you're being taken advantage.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be able to like
work
that off. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you moved here from somewhere else, but haven't experienced all the work that you've done here like you've done there. But that doesn't mean that you haven't done it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you have something to speak for yourself, you know what I'm saying? A resume, you know what I'm saying? Show your credit, show what it is that you can do, but also be willing to be of service sometimes too in certain situations. But also know, have your contracts ready.
Yeah.
And if you're asking for some money, you know what I'm saying? Have your invoices ready. You know what I'm saying? Be about your business and it looks right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that it makes it more presentable, you know what I'm saying, when asking for funds. Or if you have
your referrals.
The referrals, right. Or if you have someone that can speak for you. A lot of times us as artists speak for ourselves and people block us out. But if you have a manager or assist somebody to speak for you, it makes it a little bit easier, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, people are going to take advantage. People are going to try to get over. You know what I'm saying? It's Hollywood, you know, but you have to have that discernment, you know what I'm saying, to know, should I do this or I can pass on this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, we're talking like vets too. I can even think of like Taraji being one person or Money Long.
Like millions.
It's like
complain.
They still being under, value.
Yep.
The industry
You keep saying yes to certain things. So if you keep saying yes to certain things where you're being undervalued, what makes you think that the value is going to grow? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we have to say that no. And it might hurt our pockets to say no, but you really got to stick to that. In certain situations, it's like, nah, you know you playing in my face right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to say no. And if they really, really want you, they're going to come back and, you know, with the right price. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say do that in every situation. You know what I'm saying? You have to be smart. And everybody's life and finances and everybody's in a different state.
Yeah.
Of mind, you know, mentally, emotionally. So somebody might accept that $500 and somebody else might be like, hell no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It might get something even better after. Yeah.
Exactly. But sometimes if you say yes to something that you might not be getting something from, it could be such a turnaround because you never know what that blessing could bring later. I've had those types of experiences. And I've also had the experiences where I said no and missed out on something huge. You get what I'm saying? So it's really all about you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, real talk.
But an even bigger door will open down the line.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you got to recognize it, though. Recognize where you were wrong and where you were right. You know, I feel like then you don't have to learn that lesson again.
Exactly.
Like, lesson learned. Thank you. I don't want to go through that again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Acknowledge it and be like, all right, cool. Next time it's going to pay off.
Right.
So.
I love it. So many artists are fighting for ownership of their work. What should people in the music industry know about owning their masters, publishing rights, and contracts before just signing the dotted line?
Sheesh. These big questions. I don't know everything, but I can only share my experience.
Right.
I record myself. On my own system, my own computer. I own my masters.
That's one way to do it.
You record at somebody else's studio, on somebody else's system.
Yeah.
They have your masters. That is your original recording. Take it with you. When you have sessions, all the above, that is your ownership, right? Now, if somebody has that, they can do anything with it. That's the original session, you know? I believe it too. But now, you have free will to go do whatever you want with my song. Now, Mind you, you should copyright everything that you do as well too. You know, so a lot of times we just write songs and we don't go through the copyright office to actually like say we did this work and it's legally documented and that's your work. But your masters also holds up in court. The original session. So somebody can go and replicate that session, but ain't gonna have the same date and timestamp.
Okay.
That is the original masters. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't own that in the industry because you get signed. You sign the label.
The labeling, yeah.
The label owns it because now they need to make money off of this. Because now they own this record. Now they can go plant it here, plant it there, plant it there, plant it there. And now they making all this additional money, you know, off of the original masters. I don't ever want to go through that. I've been in publishing deals. Was locked in one for 7 years. Wouldn't discourage anyone for not getting one, but I just didn't have a good experience, you know, because I didn't read, I didn't know, I didn't have knowledge. Knowledge is power. You gotta know what you're signing. And you know,
There's so many people experience that too.
yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, everyone's looking for money. So it's about money mainly because they give you this large upfront.
Yeah.
And everybody happy getting all this money. But
Like when you see a zeros, it's like, oh,
deliver. Oh, that's true. Don't you forget now. And when that money is gone, you think you about to come in for some more and you ain't delivered the hits that they asked you to deliver. You get what I'm saying? So people only think about that upfront, but don't think about the work that you have to put behind it. And you could be writing song after song after song after song, but if it don't place, it don't place. Think you're the best songwriter in the world, but if it don't place, it don't place. You know what I'm saying? And you constantly doing all this work, and then you might end up broke now because all your upfront money is gone, and you ain't making no money from those songs. And now your publishing company looking at you like,
right.
what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Ready to drop you or whatever, you know. But it's also a flip side to things. You might write a hit, but a publisher won't sign you before writing that hit anyway. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to work towards is getting that hit.
Yeah.
Because now if you get a hit, they won't come swarming your door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a percentage, trying to sign you, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because you got this big hit. And then you got to think, do I want to do that? Because right now I own 100% of my song. I'm the only writer. Like what? Or I own 50%. And the producer owns whatever, but that's yours. Publisher come in, they about to take 35, 75, 25, you never know. And then you're like, hold on, now I'm making less, they're making more, but they can probably help me produce more hits now because I have this big old company behind me.
That's why some people hold off on publishing deals for a certain amount of time.
For a certain amount of time, yeah. So me now that I've been able to produce certain songs that I've written for people or worked on, I feel like I have more leverage to not even worry about a publishing deal right now. You know, because I've made enough connections to, you know, if I choose, I can go and write for whoever if I wanted to. You know, you don't need the publisher's connections to do that. That's more so if you don't have the network.
Okay.
If you have the network, what you need to go through them for?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But nah. Shout out to all the publishing, you know what I'm saying? All those who do dreams sign to a publishing deal, but just be smart and know what those contracts are saying. Get a lawyer. Not that you know what it's saying, but it's different meanings for certain words and certain literature that they have than what we actually understand. You know what I'm saying? So just be smart about it. Be smart about it.
Definitely get your lawyer in that room because all that jargon, especially when they didn't pick you up and you in the hood or, you know,
you don't want no
you don't know what it's saying. You just see the money.
Okay.
Okay, so you've worked across R&B, gospel, hip hop, pop. How important is it for artists to diversify their skills in writing, producing, and performing?
That's a good. I think it's very important because music is a universal language.
It
You know
is.
what I'm saying? You can change so many moods. You can make somebody sad, you can make somebody happy, somebody angry. You know what I'm saying? And then music has so many sounds and elements to it. It's so beautiful, so many different instruments, you know. So I think it's very important to try different styles of music.
Yeah.
I mean, depending based on what you like, you know what I'm saying? But that's how you can get more of an audience still in a fan base because you have fans here for this type of music, that type of music. You got fans all over the world.
Right.
You know, because you're giving them a lot of what they want, you know. So I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the genres coming together as one.
Music is beautiful.
Yes. So this is a little touchy, I know. So your mother recently passed, and I'm sending you my deepest condolences.
Oh, I appreciate it.
How are you doing? First off, and I know she played a huge role in your life. So how are you carrying her legacy with you in continuing to make her proud?
My mama is with me everywhere I go. Her spirit, literally the sweetest woman. Her and my grandmother literally are like the sweetest woman that I've ever experienced in my life. Loving, kind, just generous, just like she's just with me every day. I feel that. And I'm doing much better than I was.
Good.
You know, it's up and down, but I can say I have definitely graduated from that deep, dark depression that I was in, and I didn't want to be here. You know, I was ready to get up out of here.
Well, we're glad you're here.
And thank you. And my mother is who I do all this for. You know, my mother was an amazing singer-songwriter. My grandmother was an amazing singer-songwriter. They both traveled together. They in a group called Ladies of Songs, which was my mother, my grandmother, and my aunts. They were all together. That my grandmother composed and did all the music and wrote for. So that
was generational.
Yeah, that's what I'm carrying the torch for. You know, and if I would have, you know, wiped myself out of here, I truly believe my mother and my grandmother would be disappointed because there's been so much pressure on me as the youngest of 6 children, you know, who's the only one pursuing music, you know, out of all of my family to like really carry the torch. And I was doing it because I wanted to be able to buy my mom that house, that car, and all those great things that we want to be able to do, you know, for our parents. And, you know, I wasn't able to succeed at that. But one thing I do know I succeeded, I was making her proud because she would tell me all the time. It was repetitive. And that is what pushes me to still be here. Her voice, you know, my mother poured so much into me. And she would just tell me all the time how proud of me and how much she loved me. And I just, that's what keeps me going. And I feel her presence and I feel like I'm nicer. I'm more kind because I already was, but I'm just like, dang, I feel like, I don't know, my mama is just like all over me and it's pushing me to just keep going.
Yeah.
Because if I go, then I feel like her spirit is leaving again. I want to keep her here as much as possible. So.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're a legacy. I mean, you're your own legacy, but you know, she's in you. And I'm glad you're still here with us because you are needed. And I'm glad that she was able to verbally tell you why she was still here and you know that she's proud. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. My darling.
Love it. So as you mentioned, your grandmother. So grandmother Margaret Akins Jenkins. She was a gospel legend, and Mahalia Jackson even recorded one of her songs.
Yeah.
Mahalia.
A few of them.
So how has your family's musical legacy influenced your artistry?
I used my grandmother's songs on my debut album, 1993 Camaro. I used to write and record in my car for years. I still write in the same car, which is crazy. But I used to write and record in my car for many years. That's how I started engineering myself. I was tired of paying for sessions and all that. And I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out. So I became a self-engineer.
Wow.
But my grandmother's music, it just relates to me so well. Her lyrics, she's such a great songwriter. I'm just like, oh my God, her harmonies and her and my aunts. I'm just like, what in the world? Like, so it inspires my music and then artistry. My Mahalia Jackson did like 3 different covers of my grandmother's song, The Only Hope We Have Is in Jesus. And Billy Preston was my uncle. You know, he was an amazing singer-songwriter as well that my grandmother worked with for years. You know what I'm saying? So gospel music, you know what I'm saying? My family and my grandmother's music is all over my album. Like I said, I used her song, a few of her songs as interludes because they made sense with what I was saying with my song. They just tied in. I had act out like I want to do interludes, but I don't know what to say. Like what do I do? And I literally heard in my spirit your grandmother's songs. And I had a record player, and my grandmother has vinyl, all her records on vinyl. So I put her records on the record player, and God pointed out each song to me that I was going to use. And I went and listened to my album, and they all made sense with where I needed to place them. I'm just like, this is mind blowing.
Oh, it all came into alignment.
It was meant to be, yeah. Is like out of here. I'm like, okay, my grandmother's harmonies and her arrangements, and I feel like God gave me her writing skills. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, you know,
That's so cool. Wow.
artistry 1,000%. My grandmother, my mother, amazing, beautiful, soft, healing voices.
Yeah. That was gifted to you?
God gave it to me, so I have no choice but to keep singing because my gift is not for me. It is, but it's for others. You know,
Yeah.
1,000%.
I always wonder, now, how was the vinyl? Like, did she ever, explain that to you, like how that works?
No.
Like, how in the world is it on a disc? And then it's like,
Where you used to have to put it on the line.
I don't, like, my mind just can't calculate that. Am I like the only one? Because I'm like, I'm not understanding.
Like, technology is
Yeah, maybe it's the groove.
like, but how is music?
Exactly.
I don't know. That's fair.
Okay, so you don't know either. So
I know, chat.
I'm not the only one. So okay,
I don't know how they do that.
Okay, so you've worked with Nicki Minaj, Kendrick Lamar, TLC, Sierra. There's so many more I'm sure I'm missing. Are there any moments of collaboration that were life-changing for you?
Absolutely. Kendrick and Babyface. For sure. Nicki Minaj.
The Babyface?
Yeah. I worked with Babyface a few times. I'm actually on a few movies.
And we respect Babyface over here. I'm like the other
Babyface is
interviewees, interviewers.
Yes,
that was on that red carpet.
Okay. What the heck you talking about? Oh my. I was a bopper through my phone, but it's all good. She shy, so it's all good. It's all good.
I guess, but come on now.
Real talk, that should have never happened.
Never.
But Babyface, oh man. The way I even met him is crazy. I met him through Leon Thomas and Christopher. So they were production partners. Leon Thomas and Chris Riddick, I believe his name is. Love you, Chris. My bad. But I was working with them. And I was working on this track specifically I had wrote it for Fifth Harmony. And they loved it. And Leon had hit me up like, yo, Face wants to meet you. And I'm like, Face? Heck his Face, you know? Literally. So I go to the studio.
What?
Girls.
What studio was he in?
Babyface. Baby, we were at LaFace.
What?
It's LaFace Studios. So
where is the studio? Is it Hollywood?
No.
Oh, okay. Wow. LaFace Studios.
I ain't trying to tell you the exact streets, but yeah, we were at Babyface's actual studio. Wow. So when you walk in, he has this long, big old tall hallway, full of plaques on the wall. And his guitars are straight ahead on this long strip wall. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I'm here and Babyface was in the room. And he's just like, oh my God, you're amazing. You're one of my favorite voices. And I'm like, what? No freaking way. So he has his guitar and he wants to work on the song that I wrote. So he wanted to edit it around a little bit for the girls. So we just worked on fixing certain things, and it's just him and me sitting there with his guitar. And I'm like, this is freaking crazy. So after
all that body experience.
Yeah, after that, I did my booth stuff, sang, whatever. He invites me back to do all kind of singing for movies. My voice is on different movies, from things that he's shot to me, and I'm always grateful to Babyface because I get royalty checks from the
Right.
I appreciate you, brother. God bless you, Babyface, Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
I was a security guard for 5 years at Sony Picture Studio. So I always felt like I'm meeting all these stars. I'm escorting all these stars. I'm La Patrol. I'm opening the door for Will Smith and Adam Sandler and everybody you can think of because I had the keys to the lot. And I'm meeting all these people, but I can't tell them I sing. I can't tell them nothing,
You can't slide the card a little.
No, I'm just like, dang. So I'm coming home on the way home from work, and I get a call from my boy Dion. Shout out to Dion, which is Day Free, Kendrick Lamar's manager, his brother. So I grew up with him in church. Shout out to both of them, their family, everything. I grew up with them in church. So he calls me randomly, and I'm like, "What's up, bro?" He was like, "Hey, sis, how you doing? You still singing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, that's what's up." He was like, "What you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm on the way home from work." He was like, "Oh, Kendrick need a singer. Can you come to the studio?" I'm like, nigga. This is random.
Of course I can.
I'm in my security uniform, you know what I'm saying, on the way home from work. Like, ready to relax. It's 11:45, 12 o'clock at night. And I'm like, heck yeah. So I pull up to the studio. And I walk in and it's literally just Kendrick Lamar and me. And I'm like, this is crazy.
You can't make this stuff
You
up.
cannot make this up. He was like, yo, go ahead, he in there. He like telling me he in the room. Okay. Hey. Was like, yo, what's up? You know, we hugged. He was so cool. Put in the fire, so cool.
He seems cool.
But I mean, he's so down to earth.
Go ahead.
He's like, no, you do your thing. You dope. And we just kicking in and we were working on All Right. I didn't know what the song was. I never heard it. And it wasn't even out yet. So that's what we were working on. And then the next time I got a call, we were working on I Love Myself. Then the next call I got, he asked me to put together some singers for his 40-year, the 40-year anniversary SNL performance that came. So I was able to be a part of all these different experiences with him. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of my most life-changing experiences because I didn't know that that was going to bring me to being a 5-time Grammy Award was a vocalist. You know what I'm saying?
All because he said, and you picked up and said yes.
I was like, yes, I'm on the way. I was tired, but who's turning down Kendrick Lamar? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
To be able to be that personal connection with him and have the rehearsals and to be able to bring my friends in. And we get
You were able to bring them. Yeah.
They asked me to hire singers for
into the room. I love that.
I brought my girl at the time, my sister, two of my closest friends. I was like, y'all, we going to Europe. We about to see Kendrick Lamar, y'all. They was like, what?
Right.
So that was such a blessing, you know.
Unforgettable moment.
Unforgettable, man. So God is good. And I know there's many more on the way. And I have a lot, you know, with the two big ones and pivotal in my life. You know.
Wow. Huge moments. Okay, so your latest single, Fly Free, encourages people to bet on themselves. So what inspired that song and what's your message to keep people who are afraid to take that leap?
My God. Actively dealing with that myself, just that faith, that mustard seed that God said we need is so little, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, dang, that's all we need. It really is, you know?
Yeah.
But Fly Free, you know, when my mom passed, like I told you, I didn't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be with her. I wanted to figure out some way, somehow, how I was going to do that. I struggled back and forth with that mentally. You know what I'm saying? I had given up on writing, on singing, on everything, you know? And I literally heard that song. Like I say that I felt like my mom and God wrote that song for me and gave it to me because I just was like in such a dark place. I don't even know how I wrote that song.
Wow.
I'm like, what the heck? Like, how am I encouraging myself and I want to kill myself? I don't want to be here. I want to be out of here. Like, how am I able to do this? It's not me.
It's not me.
It's not me. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like my mother, her spirit and God, they just really gave me the angel and it gave me so much more momentum and power to be able to push forward, you know. I felt like that was a sign, you know, you pray and ask God, give me a sign, give me this, give me that, give me that. And then for me to be able to write these lyrics and sing this song in the darkest of places that I was in mentally, it made no sense to me. So I'm like, that's gotta be the sign. And this is such a great song. Like, what the heck? Like, I was shocked at the song. I really was. I was like, dang, God, this is such a great song. Like, we got to put this out.
Yeah.
So now I'm inspired, I'm motivated, and I ain't realizing it. And I'm like, hey, that's crazy. And I'm grateful for that.
Wow. Yeah, I heard it. It's beautiful. So, love it. Okay, so we are going to wrap up. But before we do, I always do this towards the end. So are there any pieces of advice, let's say 3, for anyone listening who's grinding, building, trying to make their dreams happen? And for those that are ready to just kind of bet on themselves and take up space.
Yes. At the end of the day, don't give up.
Yeah.
We hold up our process when we slow down, you know. But if we keep going, then we're getting closer to the destination, right?
Yeah.
You know, so don't slow up. Don't allow what you see on the internet or what anybody else is doing to discourage you from your goal. Don't allow somebody else's progress and process to deter you from your goal and make you feel like you're not progressing. You know what I'm saying? Number 2. And number 3, again, your character.
Yeah.
Your character. Be kind. Be a cool person. Know when to turn up for sure. You know what I'm saying? But everything ain't cause to turn up. You don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Find the way to be centered in who you are to where that will attract exactly what it is that you want to happen in your life. You know what I'm saying? Words are powerful. I have been working on speaking aloud the things that I want and speaking aloud the feelings that I don't want away.
Yeah.
Speak what I want to me and speak what I don't want away.
Yeah.
If I'm dealing with depression, leave me. The spirit of depression, leave me.
Yeah.
Spirit of bitterness, leave me. Speak those things. And we have power in the tongue.
Yes.
We forget, but we thinking everything in our head. But the universe and the energies cannot hear that.
Yeah.
They can only hear what we utter out of our mouths.
Yeah.
And watch what you say out of your mouth so that you can obtain your power and what it is that you want to be in life.
Oh, chills. So many gems dropped.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so any new projects you have? Where can people follow you, keep up with you? SupaStarC?
Let's go. I'm excited. Like I said, I've been producing my butt off. Okay.
Yes.
This new single and project that I'm going to be dropping is going to be all produced by me, all written by me.
Okay.
And I have a new single called Pray For Me that I'm going to be dropping soon. I'm really excited about it. But basically, where God has me is betting on myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to give up. So everything you're about to hear is going to be uplifting, encouraging, because I'm encouraging myself first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then spewing it out to everyone. So this new single is called Pray For Me. I'm taking chances on myself. Please pray for me.
Yeah.
You know, so to all those who support me and who believe in me, please pray for me while I take chances on myself. So that could be your story as well. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who actually believe in you. And that prayer can, get on up there to where it needs to reach.
Yes, I love it.
Absolutely.
So where can people follow you? Do you have a website?
Yes, I have a website. I do vocal lessons,
Ooh, services.
songwriting lessons, all the above. I'll obtain
Put the plug in.
you know what I'm saying? So holla at me, SupaStarC at that's Instagram. SupaStarC. That's my SupaStarC Instagram. And then my website is SupaStarC.com. SupaStarC, SupaStarC.com. That's where y'all can check me out at. My music I have on all platforms as well. I have a lot of singles out. I have my debut album, which is still there in 1993, Camille, The Journey. And I'm still on the journey, So I'm out here. Y'all check me out.
The journey continues.
It continues. I like that title.
That might be a good album. Not me coming up on the spot.
Okay.
The wittiness? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, okay. That's one thing y'all do. Y'all got some good ass ideas. I will say that for my Aries, so y'all got some good ideas.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Appreciate
it, Dad.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you that we got together.
Yes,
We're happy to have you.
Yes.
So thank you so much for tuning in to I Am Woman with the superstar herself. You can stream us on all platforms. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and I will see you in the next episode. Till next time.
Hey.